Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to start off with a primer. I use the Becca primer and it is the Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. Then I use the Anastasia dark brown eyebrow pencil and I fill in everything with it. I use two different colors. This is the dark brown color. I make sure that I follow the natural line of my brows. Just follow the natural shape and outline. Make sure that everything is filled in on both sides. And then I use the tail end brush to diffuse all that color in the front of my brows because you don't want harsh lines. And so then I clean up using LA Colors Warm Honey. And once again, just tracing the natural line. Clean up on aisle 10. Clean up and blends, clean up and blend. Once again, clean up, clean up. I'm once again using my favorite eyebrow brush. This is just a brush that I got from Coastal Scents years and years ago. I don't even know the name of it, but I've held on to it and it works. So then I'm using the Anastasia Nirvana palette to start this look off. And I'm using that pinky shade. And using a Sigma brush to kind of blow it out. That color is called Love. And I'm using an Sigma E40 brush to blow out that color. I want everything to be blended and blown out. I'm also taking the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette and using the fuchsia color called Zubo. And using a crease brush, the Morphe M139, to kind of just go in the crease with this color. And I'm kind of packing it on. Then I'm using the Morphe 35D palette and the Juvia's Place palette to use the purplish colors and mixing them all together to go in the inner and outer corners. So I'm just packing that color on, just focusing on the lid, the inner and the outer corners. I'm just trying to make sure that the color is layered as possible. Then picking up that Morphe palette again, I'm going to use these two blue colors to go over the purple. Then I'm going to go in with a dark blue color, that navy blue color, and a little bit of black to kind of deepen all the colors. I just want the teal that we use to pop. So I'm just concentrating on the inner and outer corners. And then I kind of bridged it. And I'm using a MAC paint pot called Clearwater. It's a blue paint pot that's gonna help the teal and the glitter to stick. So I'm just applying that base to both eyes. To really make sure that all the glitter sticks. And I'm just removing any harsh edges, making sure that everything is blended. And I'm going in with the Juvia's Place Masquerade and picking the teal color and going over the area that I just applied with this. Removing any harsh edges. glitter by MAC called Reflective. It's the glitter that is going to go over this teal color, Reflective. Oh, it's so pretty. Ooh, it's so pretty. You see how it just adds the pop that it needs. I love MAC glitters. Absolutely love them. And I'm using the first color that I used from the Nirvana palette, the Love color, to make sure that everything is blended and to add that pink back into the look. So now the eyes are done. So now I'm going to do one of my favorite parts, which is use the LA Colors orange and going over my hyperpigmented spots. But before that, I'm going to clean up any of the fallout with a makeup wipe. For anybody that does their foundation before they do their eyes, are y'all okay? Like, I can't see y'all being okay. How do y'all deal with fallout? I just want to know. I really do. I'm really curious, just in case I ever want to do that in the future. But for now, I'm going to keep doing my eyes before the foundation. So I'm using a brush to place that orange concealer wherever there is hyperpigmentation. So underneath my eyes, my eye bags, my lip, and there's an area under my lip and on my chin. Like I said before, if I don't do this and I just place my foundation on without covering up the hyperpigmentation, I look ashy. So now I'm mixing two MAC Studio Fix foundations, NW45 and NW40, just because my color is a little bit weird and it's hard to kind of just buy one. So I mix. Coverage is all over. Ooh, fix that wig. And I'm going in with Anastasia's Stick Foundation in Amber to highlight. And I'm getting a regular makeup sponge to blend. I don't use a brush. I don't necessarily use a beauty blender. I just use these makeup sponges and they work just as fine. I also don't have any clean beauty blenders right now, so maybe that's why I'm using it. But I prefer to use either or. And I'm using Sasha's Buttercup powder to bake those highlighted areas.
The turbulence surrounding you, these trying times are so hard.
And Anastasia has a dark contour shade palette, and I'm going to use the darkest one. And using a Sigma brush to carve out the areas that I want contoured. And I'm going to use the same brush that I use for my foundation to blend. Taking MAC Studio, the mineralized powder in dark deep, I'm going to bronze up all the areas that I contoured. And NYX's powder contour palette, I'm going to use to contour my nose. And then I blend out with my fingers for my nose. So on to blush. I'm going to use Beauty Bakery's Ice Cream palette for blush and mix all the three blush colors together. How pretty. I just love when I blend all of these colors together. And the color payoff is so beautiful. I'm going back in with the Masquerade palette to add color to my under eye. So using the same fuchsia and purple. I'm gonna layer it just like I did for the eyes. Just like I did for the eyes. I'm going in with the blue and the black. So exactly the same way as I did the lid. The pink and the purple, and then the blue and the black to deepen. just making sure that it's as deep as it possibly can be. I like my under eye liner to be almost black, or black, since I don't use a liner for underneath my eyes. And then I'm using the teal for the front portion of my under eyes. So it all comes together. So going back to the blush palette, I'm going to use the highlighter shade to highlight all the areas that I want highlighted. I felt like I added too much highlighter to my nose, so I'm trying to contour more to fix it. As long as you blend, it all works. Trust the process. So now I just applied lashes. I always do this off camera because I can never do it right in the camera. And I'm using NYX's brown lip liner. Yes, it is called brown. To outline my lips. And I'm using L'Oreal's Ferris Nude lipstick. It is one of my favorite nudes for my skin tone. It's pinky nude. I love it. I'm absolutely in love with it. And then I'm using the crayon cases. Sweet Kisses on my lips, and that is it. This is Urban Decay's All Nighter Setting Spray, and we are done.